Hey Taurus, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Taurus, we have the Judge and the Tear, the Sustainer, the Ring, and Gnosis. Taurus, I feel like there's a judgment that's been passed that something that you're doing isn't going to be sustainable, and you're feeling really disappointed. I mean, really disappointed feels like an understatement if I'm being completely honest. I mean, the tears, when you just that emotion just washes over you and you just cry because you don't know what else to do. Cry. Let it out, you know what I mean? Don't hold it in. Don't try and be stoic, but I kind of get the feeling of you getting news that just your stomach drops, you know what I mean? And then you have the Ring and Gnosis, and it's just kind of this idea that it's but that's something that I'm connected to this. This is a part of who I am. I don't know if this is a project that you've been working on, if it's a family member that you're dealing with, if it's a business that you've been building, I don't know, but I get the feeling that whatever it is, it's something that you were very invested in, and it didn't work. And I feel like you don't totally understand why. I mean, Gnosis is the idea of an inner knowing. And maybe you do understand why, but it's one of those things where you just didn't want to believe it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's easier to turn a blind eye, right? And I feel like, Taurus, that's been in your reads for a while, of just turning a blind eye, but simultaneously, kind of playing out how it is that you aren't like the people around you, and why it is that you don't want to be continuing in this lifestyle, and yet there you are continuing in it. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Chariot, and the King of Cups. I mean, I feel like no sooner does this happen, whatever this is, then you are able to really lay something to rest that I think was preventing you from moving forward. And it's almost as though this thing that you had been holding on to, you're sad to lose it, but Taurus, I really do think that it's sending you in a direction that allows you to embrace and engage with something that you love. There was a sense of dedication and loyalty, and you guys are steady and constant, and so that feeling of consistency was there. So you're mourning a loss of something that you had consistently been doing, and yet it wasn't sustainable, right? You can't, I want to say, you can't force things. You can't force people to love you. You can't force people to see you. You can't force, you know what I mean? You can try, but it doesn't work. And I feel like it didn't work, and you're mourning that, but while mourning that, being forced to lay it to rest. And I kind of want to say that when we focus our attention on one thing, and this is a lot of times with the relationships, that's why situationships are a waste of time, because when your energy is focused on this, we'll use situationship. If this is something outside of a relationship from a romantic context, take it however it resonates. If it's a work project and you're working on something, but you're tired at the end of it and you don't have the energy to invest in what you're doing, right? It's just kind of it's a distraction. And I feel like there's just been this dedicated distraction, and you're being forced to let it go. But when you do, it opens you up to opportunity of passion and love. Okay, Taurus. Let's see what else we can get for y'all. If it's a project that you're working on, and it doesn't go through, but then because you stopped trying to force something out, one thing, something else presents itself to you, and it's an opportunity that's an even bigger deal than the one that you had been holding on to, like, aggressively. You know? Okay. Eight of Wands, the Empress, the Hierophant, the Strength. I mean, a knowledge and understanding, you know, like harvesting what you've worked on and finding the strength to do that elsewhere. There's something else, Taurus. I feel like that was in like my Scorpio read too. I don't know, maybe you guys are dealing with Scorpio or you have Scorpio in your chart. But I feel like there's just this like unknown thing that is just like on the other side of the end of this other thing. And if you would just release your attention from that, which I feel like the universe is just having its way lately. And if you're not supposed to be paying attention to something, you're not going to be able to pay attention to it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, we are shifting gears here and you're just going to have to get on board. And I don't mean to sound like antagonizing when I say that, but it's just kind of like okay, come on, it's time to go. Like, okay, you've got like it, you were focused there, that didn't work. It's time to change your focus. There's so much there for you. If only you would muster up the strength to shift gears, right? Okay, Taurus. The Eight of Swords, the King of Wands, Temperance, the High Priestess, Judgment, the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, you've got Judgment twice. And I really do kind of get the feeling that, like, the idea here, again, is that, like, you need to let go of this thing that's binding you, you know, that's taking your attention, that's taking your energy, that's, you know, this job that's not really good for you, this relationship that's not really a relationship, you know what I mean? Like, it's keeping you feeling bound for no reason at all. And it's time to move, to take action, to go towards what it is that will offer you abundance. I mean, the Empress, the High Priestess, the Hierophant, the Temperance, Strength. I mean, you guys have so many major arcanas here. You know, I feel like there's a lot of power behind you from like the consistency, because even if you weren't consistent in the right area, right? Like, you've got to shift gears. While you were in this other gear, you were building momentum, you know, and I feel like that momentum has been like just out of your reach, but it's because you've been putting your focus, energy, and attention into something that wasn't for you. And you need to shift gears, because when you do, what is actually meant for you will be yours. That's wonderful. I love that. Taurus. Okay. Let's see what else we can get for y'all. And we'll call it a read. The Ocean in the Mirror. Well, yeah, I mean, because again, it's just this idea of like when you're holding on to something, like you can't find your balance, you know, there's no sincere balance there. It's just you trying to create balance and chaos. But I just want to say, like, you had the right idea, just the wrong direction. I don't know, Taurus. Let me know if this resonates. If it does, thank you so much for, or please give me a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. And I will see y'all again soon. Bye.